Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Victor Muncevice here with Line 6. We're hanging out at NAMM 2016 with the guys at Long and McQuade. We're going to take you guys through our new product launches this year. We're going to start right here with the Firehawk 1500, sitting right behind me. This is a 1500 watt stage amp. And by stage amp, what we mean is it looks like a traditional amp, but it's got a lot more going on under the hood. So besides just having a giant 1500 watt power amp section, we've also built in a 6-way speaker system. So you've got your traditional guitar driver right in the middle, joined by high frequency driver, 2 coaxial speakers on the side. That's actually going to work out really well when you start adding in all the effects that are housed inside the box. So things like, reverbs and delays, you can get this big stereo image happening. Again, on the top of this, if you want to take a look, we've got our traditional sort of amp control, so things like drive, EQ, and overall level. But there's a lot more going on, like I was saying, and to get access to a lot of that stuff, we're going to take advantage of Line 6's Firehawk remote app. So if you guys have or have not seen this, you can take a look over here. It's essentially your entire signal chain represented, and all this DSP is housed in the amp itself. So you don't need anything external to work with it. It's just, it'll help you set up and quickly edit all of your tones. So hundreds of effects in here, different amp types, different cabinet types, different microphone models, all within the box. You do it on your smart device, right? Again, on the back of this, we also have some pretty extensive I/O. Being that it is a massive system here, we can use it for things like keyboards, basses, and the fact that it's a 6-way speaker system, it's much more full range, flat response system. It'll work out really well for other instruments, so acoustics, bass guitars, keyboards, things like that. So as you can hear, we got a pretty nice clean sound. One of the big advantages of having 1500 watts in the stage amp is that we can really use the volume to our advantage. So we can crank up this amp without that clean sound sort of distorting and breaking up the way it might on a traditional amp. Conversely, if we had something that had a lot more gain, we don't need it to be cranked up to sound good. We can get really, really usable gain and saturation levels at lower volume. So, for example, if you want to just play something a little more modern, maybe. Cool. So again, it's super, super versatile in its uses. We've got 1500 watts of headroom to work with. If you notice me, I'm stepping down here on a controller for it, which is an optional accessory. This is the FBV3, also being launched here at NAMM 2016. It's essentially what you might expect from the Firehawk. It's color-coded, so we have things like all the yellow rings are set up to be gain-based effects, the blues are the modulations, greens for delays, oranges for reverbs. One of the other big advantages, too, for doing things like reverbs and delays, things that normally might have a stereo image, when we're doing the Firehawk 1500, those effects are actually carried in full stereo since we have a 6-way speaker system. So you get this really, really nice stereo image coming from one compact box. So that's essentially the Firehawk 1500 in a nutshell. So, thank you, guys.